Hi my Stampin' friends, I'm Sandra at artypapercrafters.com, an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and today I'm sharing with you the new autumn winter catalogue. Well, I say sharing, it's 3 days before this goes live, before customers can order from my online shop, which is on the 1st of September. Doesn't seem that long ago that we were enjoying summer, and now we're starting into September. So soon time for autumn and all those lovely autumn projects that we like to create. So this is the front of the catalogue, and I am using some new products from the catalogue. And today I have got the Painted Harvest stamp set, which is here. Painted Harvest, which I'm using, and then there is the designer papers which match it as part of a suite called the Painted Autumn DSP, and in here you get 12 sheets of paper. It's very thick and of beautiful quality. There are beautiful designs, all with a lovely autumn theme using autumn colours, and even some lovely pumpkins and acorns, perfect for autumn projects, autumn leaves, and lots of lovely papers. You get 2 of each sheet, so 12 sheets in all, 12 by 12, and that one there is absolutely gorgeous with those sunflowers. And it uses the colours Cajun Craze, Crushed Curry, Daffodil Delight, Early Espresso, Garden Green, Lemon Lime Twist, Peekaboo Peach, Soft Sky, Tangerine Tango, and Very Vanilla. So you've got a lot of choices, and you're bound to have at least 1 or 2 of those colours in your crafting stash that you can use with these gorgeous papers. So that is that, and the new stamp set. Your kindness means so much to me. Your kindness means so much more than you will ever know. I am thankful for you, and gather together and give thanks. I like that one best of all, that sentiment. I think that's brilliant. And here is your beautiful sunflower. It's stamped in 2 steps, so this is your first one and your second. I'll show you how I did that on this box here in a minute, and that's the little dark centre that you put in a sunflower. So let's get on and make this a little box. I'm calling it a little mini box. You could put little 3 by 3 inch cards in, or you could put sweeties in, chocolates in, gift tags, anything. But I think it's perfect size, and it measures 3.5 by 3.5 by 1 inch, which in centimetres, let me just get my measurements. In centimetres, that is 8.9 by 8.9 by 2.5. So let's get on and make our little mini box. Right then, we're going to use Very Vanilla, because that matches, if you remember, with our DSP. So I've got a sheet of Very Vanilla. This measures 11 3/4, which I say 11 3/4. It is an A4 length, which is just a whisper short of 11 3/4, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't make any difference to the overall finish of your box. So that's 11 3/4 by 7 1/4, and we are now going to score it at 7/8 of an inch, 1 7/8, 5 3/8, 6 3/8, 9 7/8, and 10 7/8. Turn it to the short side, and we're going to score it at 7/8, 1 7/8, 5 3/8, and 6 3/8. So that's the scoring done. So we can put our board away. And I've forgotten to get out my bone folder. So now it's a question of burnishing and folding all our score lines. Now I have reinforced this box to make it sturdier, a sturdier box, so that it will keep your goodies in a good condition. Right, that's all our scoring and burnishing done. So now I'm going to get a pencil to show you the pieces that we are going to cut away. Is that two on the corner there and that one, so it goes round in a on the outside edges. We don't need this one, and we don't need these ones, and it's the same this side. We don't need these three, and we don't need these three, and we don't need this one. So very simple. We'll cut up and then I'll show you what it looks like when we're finished. So in the normal way we cut up our score lines, and then we cut in a little notch on the edge and cut up a little notch here either side, and a little wedge out of here, then cut up here to the second score line, and up here. Notch out of there, notch out of here, cut up these lines, and here, and a notch out of here, because that's the reinforced part, the outside edges. So turn it to the opposite side, and we're going to match up our cutting the same as we've just done on the other side, cutting out little notches as we go. Nice and easy really. We've done these sort of boxes many times before. Well, I have. I've done tutorials for them many times before. So if you want to see more of my boxes, just click on Sandra Ronald if you're watching in YouTube, and you'll be able to see lots more of my other videos. I've got almost 200 videos now. So lots of tutorials. And I'm getting very, very close now to 4,000 subscribers, so I'm really excited for that. So thank you so much to everyone who is subscribed to my channel. That's great. Right then, I'm going to get rid of these bits and pieces now, and then I'll show you what you've got left. So I'm going to cut up that. I've just forgotten how to notch that bit in. So this is what you are left with. So if you want to stop the video and just see what that looks like, that will be fine. And what we're going to do now, I'm going to stick my DSP on, and I've cut myself a lovely piece of DSP with the little crazings on. I really like that. It's so pretty, this paper. So pretty. I'm really loving these new products. They really are lovely. They're so gorgeous. My glue doesn't seem to want to come out. It's probably getting near the end. Excuse me. I seem to have a frog in my throat too. I think I'll have to get a new one out. It seems to be empty. So, let's see. This one seems to be flowing nicely. So it doesn't matter which side you put it on. That will just become the lid of your box. So on goes our DSP. Square that up nicely. That gives you a nice 1/8 of an inch border all the way round. And by the way, if you want the measurements in centimetres, I'll put all the measurements on my blog for the centimetres. So that's the top of our box. And we'll do the rest of the decoration in a minute, but before we do that, we're going to cut a little finger hole. I forgot to cut this before I made the box up, so I had to just do a tiny one, and it's too small. It's not the right shape is what I mean. So in order to cut a finger hole, which comes forward like that, you are going to fold that top flap down, and you're going to punch through both layers. So center your punch, and this is a 3/4 of an inch punch. Center your punch and just punch out a little notch like that. And then when the box is made up, that'll give you a little finger loop, or a finger pull, as I think they call it. Right then, so now we need to have glue on all of our pieces. So the box goes together like this. Am I going to put tape on these outside edges? I think I will, because I don't want to get stuck up in a mess. So I get my sticky tape, and we're going to put tape across all these edges. Right, then. It's so sticky, this stuff, that it's grabbing before I've got time to position it. Right, last piece. Now all these products are available to purchase from my online shop, so do pop along to Arty Paper Crafters if you're interested in buying any of these products today. I'll be really super pleased. So we're going to put glue on all 6 tabs. And let's put our box together. So that's the top. So we're going to start on the bottom first and put the box together in the normal way. And this one goes up. And then this one up. And this is our lid, so this one goes for the top. Like that. Now in the new autumn catalogue there are some lovely little products that will fit inside this box perfectly. So if you go over to my website, artypapercrafters.com, on the 1st of September you will see you will be able to download the catalogue, and you'll be able to see what's going on here. It's not stuck. Why is that not stuck? Right, to get your bone folder, go in and press those down. Yes, so as I was saying, from the 1st of September there's some gorgeous new little products that will fit inside this box. So pop over and see what they are. Right then, so now we're going to pull off our tabs, which makes this a reinforced box, and press that down. And it's just a question of pulling off the tape and pressing that down with your bone folder will make a nice crease, perfect crease. So pull that off. So that folds down where you've cut your little notch, that folds down perfectly. Pull this out. Last one. Get rid of the rubbish. And that is our little box, and you can see you could fit some gorgeous little 3x3 cards in there with some envelopes, or some sweet treats or chocolates or homemade gift tags, loads of things, and that will be lovely. So close our little box down on itself. It's lovely. And now we're going to decorate it. So to decorate it, I have used the gorgeous sunflower, and I'm going to show you how you stamp that out. So get a piece of very vanilla, and we want our stamping foam mat, and I've already prepped up on the blocks the two little sunflowers, and this is step 1, this step 2. What have I done with my inks? Crushed curry ink we want, and early espresso, and I think I've got that out over here. Early espresso. So I've opened up my early espresso, and here's my crushed curry, and we want some scratch paper, which I've got here. Because we're going to stamp off for the first stage. So into the crushed curry ink pad, and stamp off and then stamp on. That's step 1. And then into the crushed curry pad. Now, lining this up, I've worked out that it doesn't seem to matter where you line it up. I can't seem to find out if it makes a difference. So I think that you just stamp it where you fancy, because I've tried it many different ways, and as you can see, that's perfect. That's looks fine, and I've tried circling it round and it comes out the same, so I don't think it matters which way you stamp it. Now in the stamp set, let's see now, let me show you here. In the stamp set here, it's got some little arrows. I don't know if you can see those little arrows. Let me show you up against a blank. No, don't know if you can see those anyway. So there's some little arrows here and here even on the centre. Now I tried lining the stamp set up on those arrows and I didn't see that it made any difference. So I'm not sure if that's a guide for us or not. But it stamps out perfectly no matter what, so you don't need it. Right, I've prepped up the little centre, which is here. And what we're going to do is we're going to stamp it on here first. And that's not very dark. So what I did was I stamped it twice, like that. And then I stamped it off again onto another piece of cream. And then I'm going to cut that out because I want to stand that up. And I've done that so that it's nice and dark. So I've stamped over that 3 times because I want my centre to be really dark. So that's that done. Now I've already prepped that up beforehand, and this is what I have, this here. So that is the sunflower that I've stamped off and I've cut it out. So now all I've got to do is cut out my centre to stand it up. So let's get the scissors and cut round that. And I've cut it round tight because I don't want any of that white edge showing. Like that. And then I'm going to pop it up on a dimensional because I like it to be popped up. My sunflower. So that's my popped up sunflower like that. I've already prepped up using the stamp set my leaves, and I've cut out the leaves. What have I done with the middle? I've already prepped up my leaves here, and I've done one. This again is a 2-step stamping. So you stamp on, you stamp off with this one, and then you stamp on with that, and you get that. So I've used lemon, lime, twist and garden green, and I've done the same on this one here, lemon, lime, twist and garden green. Now you can get a bundle, the stamp set and the punch that punches out this leaf. And I thought in my wisdom, oh, I don't need the punch. I won't buy the punch, I'll just get the stamp set. Now, you know what famous last words are. Well, you always regret it, and I did, because when I started fussy cutting loads of these, I thought, do you know what, it would have been so much easier if I'd have just bought the punch. And I would have saved 10% at the same time. So I wasn't too thrilled with myself over that. But it means now I've got to order the punch, which I've ordered, but of course it's not here yet. So when I get it, happy days. So let's put that to one side because we're now going to stamp our sentiment, which is the one that I said was my favourite, which is gather together and give thanks. and I need a piece of card. Don't know what I did with my piece of card. Seem to have lost it. How odd. Right then, let me see. Let me measure it with my ruler and see what it measures. So we need a piece that measures 3 3/4, 3 1/2, 3 1/2 by 5/8. So let's get some of this. 3 1/2. So let's do our 3 1/2 by 5/8. So let's put it up against here, 5/8. And cut, and that's our 5/8 piece. Right then, so now we're all set with that. So let's get our mat back in, and we're going to stamp our sentiment, and I'm stamping it in early espresso so that it stands out nicely. So in the middle of that piece we're going to stamp gather together and give thanks. Hope that's straight because I can't get my head over. No, that is not straight. Rubbish, in fact. Let's start again. I'm just cleaning it off my stamp. Start again. Now I might have to get my head over on this to make sure it's straight this time. So excuse me if you see my head. Let's hope that that's straight this time. Yes, that's fine. That will do. Right. Ink away, finished with that. Put that away, and let's get our box put together. So I've got some matching crushed curry solid baker's twine, so we're going to cut a length of that, enough to tie into a bow. So let's cut a length of that, I reckon about there. And I'm going to tie that round and tie that into a bow off to the side. Like that. That's perfect. Then we're going to put our sentiment on here, but we're going to give it some tails. So in order to do tails, you cut down the middle and cut from the corner to the middle, corner to the middle, and that's one tail. The same this end, cut down, cut from the side to the middle, corner to the middle, and there you've got some nice tails easily and quickly. And what I've done is I've given it a bit of a fold so that it's got a quirky edge to it like that, and then I'm going to put that on a couple of dimensionals. So one on either end. Actually, I think that was the side I was supposed to use, wasn't it? So let's use that side because it looks better. So dimensionals on the two ends. Take the backing off, and then I'm popping that just near the bottom there, and then giving it a little lift up so that my sentiment is a little up in the air like that. Nice. And then we've done our sunflower and our leaves. We've popped our little centre up, and we're going to pop that on the box about here. So we're going to pop that up on a couple of dimensionals, and I'm going to pop it on either side of the twine so that when the twine is opened and the box is opened, it won't affect the sunflower. So opposite ends like that, and then I've got my 2 leaves which I'm going to add under here like that. So let's get a bit of glue and pop those on. And I've just given it a bit of dimension by pulling it up like that. Same on here. Like that. Pretty pleased with that. And then if you want to give your sunflower a bit of a lift, just pull the edges up. And then I'm going to add a wink of Stella to give it some shine. Like that. And I'm going to do the same on here because I forgot to put some on here. And that is my box. And I think that that's very cute. Like I said to you, you could put lots and lots of things in it, and it's really useful little box and perfect for the autumn, for little craft fairs and things like that. So I hope you enjoyed my tutorial today, and like I said before, if you need any crafting supplies, I'd be really pleased if you could choose me as your demonstrator. Pop over to my website where I shall have all the measurements in inches and centimetres for you. And until next time, it's bye for now. Bye!